Hi, pastors. I'd like to ask you a question. Have you ever had any of these experiences? Does your church feel like it grows to a certain level only to dip back down again? You get new people come in and they're there for a while and then it dips back down to the same level again. And it just seems like no one's really sticking where your growth is building upon the previous growth? Or how about this? You had someone in your church that you put great trust in, and you thought they were walking in agreement with you in your ministry, and they decided they wanted to do things differently and didn't respect your leadership. And not only did they leave, but they took a group of people with you, a church split. Or how about a worship leader that kind of goes rogue and has an upfront ministry and is doing fine for a while, then all of a sudden things start to come through what they say from the platform and you don't know what to do, and when you try to deal with it, they leave and take people with them. And finally, how about someone who you had great hopes for and raising up to put in a place of ministry that was of great need in your local church, and you did that and they did it with great joy, and you had such hope that they were going to stick and really do a wonderful job for the Lord, only for them to quit after only a few months, and not only quit but also leave your church? All of these experiences I've gone through, and all of them are heart-wrenching as a pastor. And I hope that you didn't agree with as many of them as I've experienced. But if you've experienced any of these things, I want to tell you that over the past 40 years, the Lord has led me to develop some material that I use quite intensively over the past 15 years of my ministry. And it's called Discipleship Tracks. This is a program of discipleship that is a repeatable program, and it's geared toward these things: taking people who come in as visitors and leading them into meaningful membership and committed membership. Taking those people who are members and helping them discover their spiritual gifts, passions, and ministry, and get involved in active service in your church. Then taking those people who are active servants and ministers in your church and giving them the tools to keep growing as a mature disciple of Christ through spiritual disciplines. And finally, taking those who seem to be rising up from the rest of the group, who have a call of leadership on their life, and giving them the type of training they need to take the next step of leadership in your church. That's what Discipleship Tracks is all about. It becomes both a firewall and a corridor to help people move into meaningful ministry. It keeps people who aren't in agreement from even really becoming part of your church. And it helps those who are in agreement and committed become active and involved in your church. And so you don't just keep going like this, but you begin to build on your growth. If you feel that any of that is of interest to you, then I invite you to visit our website at localchurchdynamics.org. That's localchurchdynamics.org, where you learn about the Discipleship Tracks program, our children's discipleship program, all the wonderful resources through Foursquare Mission Press, the outreach brochures we have made that are customizable for churches, and much more. Thank you for your time. God bless you in your ministry at your local church.